How do I know that I'm buying in the right market? Or how do I make sure I'm not buying in the wrong market? That's more of the question, I think, because when I was 24, I bought my first house. It was about 2 years before the great financial crisis. And having been through that, one thing I learned is a market is temporary. Home prices, just like stock market, just like interest rates, they fluctuate. And so what I did in 2005 was I bought a house that I just wanted to live in. I didn't really have any grand scheme financially, as far as where I was going. I was like, oh, I'm 24, I got money, I'm gonna buy a house, great. And I did that, market crashed in '07, great financial crisis. And when that happened, my property value came down a bit. But it was irrelevant to me because it wasn't an investment at the time, it was where I was living. And I lived there for many years. I think I bought that in '05-ish, and I lived there. I met my wife, she moved in, and I've told this story before, but in 2013, before we got married, we found another home, single home, and our goal was to have children and all that. And so we wanted a single family home. And so just out of wanting to make that move, I ended up pulling equity from that house. Now, when I bought it in '05, it was worth $262. Probably between '07, '08, '09, '10, maybe it was worth $250. In 2013, the property was worth over $300,000, right? So worst financial real estate market, in my lifetime, and in a pretty short period of time, the house, had recovered and equity was up. What is the purpose of all this? Why do I mention that whole long-winded story? Well, first-time home buyers especially are very concerned about, is it the right time to buy? Is it the wrong time to buy? And the answer to that question is that if you have a long-term mindset, I don't think there's a bad time to buy. Because if you look at property values historically over a long period of time, that chart is up and to the right. Am I saying that if you buy it tomorrow, it's going to be worth more 1 year? Not necessarily. In my case, I lost $10,000, $12,000 before I made a couple $100,000. And so that's possible, that could happen. But if you're getting into that space and you have more of a long-term approach, I think there's very few circumstances where it's not a good investment.